Welcome back. Now I'm just gone to the front of the TV. So now I am going to take all these screws off, and I'll take them off, and then I'll come straight back to you. Oh yes, just by the way, I'm taking this apart with this kind of, it's a automatic, like a handheld screwdriver. It's actually quite good, but make sure when you are using it, it's just to crack the screw first and then take it off with this, not to do it from the start because you'll break the screwdriver. Yeah, it just saves me an awful lot of time while doing it. Okay, right, enough talking. I'll get back into it. Now, as you can see, I have the screws off. Now let's take this and see what we've got inside. That's some steel from it. I checked it with the magnet just to see what it was, and it was steel. And okay, what have we got here? Okay, so we have nice little. Well, these are the LCD things. See that? The gold is kind of only like a flash gold. It's not very good. It's not like your gold fingers on your, your RAM cards or your server cards or stuff like that. But look, it all adds up. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take these off. I'm going to take these off. I'm going to take the screen off. As I said, I don't really know what to do with the screens. I see a lot of information online where people they're keeping the screens because I think there's I think it's indium or something that's inside the screen, or or something very similar to that. They say just to stockpile your screens until the price of that metal or that goes up, and at least if you stockpile them, then you might be able to sell them off in bulk or something like that. So that's what I'm going to do for the time being. um as I said, okay, I'm going to keep digging in here and see what other goodies we can get. Now that's the strips off. Now to take off the screen. Now we'll dig in a bit further. That's them screws out. Now these white sheets. What I hope to do after I have all this taken apart, I'll put back a lot of it back together, like the frame and maybe in plastic screens and and bring that into the recycling centre and get most of it recycled that way, so it's not all going to waste. So right, I'm going to dig a bit deeper again. Actually, there wasn't anything worthwhile inside there, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put that back in there and maybe put the outside screen on it, and that will go to my recycling center, and then I will go through what components and boards and stuff that I got out of this Sony Bravia TV. Not a whole lot by the looks of it. There's a lot more waste than there is anything decent out of it. Okay, let me dig in again. Actually, there's a slight change of plan. Um, well, I'm still going to put it back together and bring put back together what I can and bring it to the recycling centre. But as I said to you in my previous videos, that I'm moving into a new kind of little shed that I'm setting up a lab in. So I'm just going to recycle some of the parts from this, say, TV, so I can use. I'm going to use these sheeting here. There's three pieces of sheeting. I could use them around the area where I'm working. It's like a splash resistant maybe or something like that. I'll see will it work. And then also this see-through mat here. This one here I actually tested out by putting some glassware on it. It's actually, the stuff kind of sticks to it. So I'm going to use this for my table where I'm laying out my acids and my beakers and whatnot. I'll use that for that. Look, it saves it going to the dump and the landfill. So look, anything that gets reused is better for everyone in the long run. Now that's that much back together. Doesn't look too bad. That's the next part on as well. Look, guys, sorry for the camera work at the moment. I said I'm just very new to this, and also I've ordered a tripod so I can set my phone up on something so I can actually see me work and whatnot. So it's all learning for me, like, and hopefully we'll go on a nice journey together. As I said, normally I would be kind of keeping the, like, I'll scrap out the scrap steel, and if I get the aluminium, and so as you can see at the moment I'm working on my kitchen table. As I said to you, I have a little shed where I'm going to set up my lab where I can scrap things out normally, and then I can keep all my steel and aluminium just for now at this moment because I'm tight for space. I'm just going to keep my, say, power boards and circuit boards and anything that I can do for gold refining. But until I get the shed set up, then I will be keeping all this, keeping what I can and recycle what I can. Okay. I got a 90% back together. It's good enough to go back to the recycling centre, but at least if somebody sees it, they know that it's been depopulated already. They won't be bringing it off home with them, and then bring it home and they notice that there's nothing left inside of it. It's happened to me before. Okay, right, I'm just going to tie this away and then we look at the boards and stuff. Okay, I have the TV back together and ready for the landfill, and this is just a quick rundown of what's inside the Sony Bravia TV. Okay, we start off with a small bit of copper. It's not a whole lot, but it all adds up, I suppose. Then we have a power board here. On the power board here, look, you have your aluminium heat sinks. So I normally would take them off and keep that in my aluminium pile. I hope to do, a bit of bit of casting in the future. So I'll keep my aluminium for that. Then you have your transformers here, which have all just copper inside of them. And then we have here just mainly in the power boards. There's a lot of copper and stuff like that, and aluminium. Then we're moving over to these boards here. As you see, there's still more copper here. There's copper here, copper here. There's, like, inside these little chips here, there's copper as well. And a lot of, like, MLCCs. And yeah, that's kind of it for here. A lot of the MLCCs, there's like silver and palladium in them. And then here we have the strips here, the gold strips that connect to the TV monitor. Uh, Now, these, it looks like there's a lot of gold, but only gold flashing. Like, they're nowhere near as good as what the fingers you get on your RAM sticks, and your RAM sticks and your servers and motherboards and stuff like that. These is just basically go flashing, and then look, you have bits here as well. I scratched the circuit board to see was it all gold plated underneath, but it's not. It's copper, so just what gold you see there is what gold is in it. And then, like, obviously then there's a few gold connectors here, connector pins and stuff like that inside of them, so they'll be taken apart and the pins will be pulled. And then on this little board here we have, there's maybe gold pins inside there. You have a little gold corner BGA crystal oscillator. That's the one I was looking for. You have some chips here, some BGA chips, and some more four-sided chips here. Now there'll be gold pins inside of these. This one here, and these ones here, and these ones here. I'm not too sure about. I don't think so. And here we have another one here. There's like the very, very small MLCCs and a few more small chips and stuff like that. And then here, see each individual one here is, I think, there's little piece of silver underneath that on each individual one. So I just put that together into my silver pile. As I said, there's not a whole lot in it all, but like I said, I only do this for a hobby, and I just took that one TV apart. It kept me going, kept me busy. I was interested to see what's inside it. For the likes of me and stuff like that, it's okay. I'd say about, I don't know, maybe 70% of that TV was stuff that you couldn't use, like, plastic waste and stuff like that. Here in Ireland, there's, no one really, the plastic just gets really dumped and stuff like that. I'll bring it to the recycling centre, into the landfill. They'll take it all right, but so that's why I try to reuse as much as I can. That's why I was using those plastic sheets. I'll use them in my lab and stuff like that when I get that set up. Just on a side note here, the tools I was using to take that apart, as I said, it was kind of a 2-in-1 set. I bought this from eBay. It was like a 58-in-1. Like, I thought when I bought it, it was like a handheld electric screwdriver, like, so that's what I thought when I bought it. When I got it, it wasn't. It was just you just use it by your manual. So then I bought another one as one of these. It's really good. It's a 3 volts VDC. So I just used the screw heads from this one, and I used them in this, and it seems to work quite well. As you know, there's lots and lots of screws in all this e-way stuff and TVs and laptops. Like, you're forever copying them, taking them out. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Please subscribe.